There's a lot going on today. I don't know where it all came from. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? There's a big story running around today. And if you didn't see my Jurassic World, the Dominion, they did that featurette that came out today. I put that up. There's a Sith Council up today. And I was only going to do 2 videos today, but there's more stuff. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that notification button. Hit the bells, too. And obviously hit the like button. All right. Let's get into this article that came out today. It was a pretty big article that came out, and this is the one from Variety. I think it popped on Variety, but let me tell you about it. And they're going to do, obviously, now Warner Brothers Discovery is they're exploring the overhaul of DC Entertainment. So here's the article itself. The new owners of all things Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are exploring an overhaul of DC Entertainment. Multiple sources close to the situation told Variety. It's been less than a week since Discovery closed its $43 billion deal for Warner Media, joining one of the largest producers of reality programming with one of the most venerable entertainment brands under the new moniker of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Zaslav, the CEO of the combined companies and top leadership, have been toying with the idea of turning DC into its own solidified content vertical, the sources said. The move would potentially affect DC Features film development in the Warner Brothers Pictures Group, streaming services at Warner Brothers Television, and the creative arm within DC proper, all in an effort to have the disparate elements more closely aligned in order to maximize the value of the superhero stable, one often seen as punching up against Marvel. Before the merger closed, Zaslav vetted candidates with experience in creating and nurturing blockbuster intellectual properties with a goal of potentially finding someone to serve as a creative and strategic czar similar to what Marvel has in Kevin Feige. One of those candidates included Emma Watts, a former top film executive at 20th Century Studios and Paramount, but it does not appear that Watts is going to take the job. One insider suggested that Zaslav was less interested in finding a creative guru and more eager to hire someone who had the type of business and background needed to keep all the different factions at DC working more harmoniously. Insiders now say that he believes that the success of the merger, one that has left the company highly leveraged, will rest in no small part on unlocking the full potential of the DC Comics universes of characters. They believe that although DC has achieved cinematic success with recent films such as Aquaman and The Batman, it lacks a coherent creative and brand strategy. Discovery believes that several top-shelf characters such as Superman have been left to languish and need to be revitalized. Facts. There have also been projects like Todd Phillips' Joker, a shining example of how to build it. All right, so DC has figured out ways for its big screen films to inspire more streaming content. Recent examples are HBO Max, The Peacemaker spinoff. Okay, all right, there's a lot going in here. There's more inside of this, but they've pledged to find $3 billion in synergies in a newly merged company. So basically, what the takeaway from this whole thing is, and what I saw that I like a lot, is that look, I think let's start with the idea of finding someone like everybody always says this, finding the Feige of whether it's Star Wars or whether it's DC. Everyone wants to find the Feige. And basically the breakdown of this is what we saw is they want a Kevin Feige-like leader. That DC right now lacks a coherent creative and brand strategy, and they want to revitalize characters like Superman. They want more stuff like Joker. And that's kind of a summary that Eric Davis did on his tweet. But that's all that stuff there. Let's start with the fact that Kevin Feige-like leader. All right, well, you have to understand, though, inside of that, at least I think, when you're looking through what he said, do they want to go business-oriented or do they want to go creative? Feige's both. Feige loves the Marvel properties very much. He's as much of a fan as anything else, and he's got that plan. But it says that. They want to make sure that it has a plan. So whoever is doing it, they need to find someone who absolutely loves the DC properties and loves the characters and loves the idea of it and has a plan. And this strategy and talking about what they're doing is absolutely the right way to do it. Like thinking, we can't just throw things against the wall, Star Wars films, and make sure that you just hit, find a new filmmaker, do that. You got to have a plan. And they certainly have been doing that with other stuff in the movies that they have been working right now. DC has turned themselves around tremendously over the last 5 or 6 years, and maybe even more so. But also the idea of not just letting Superman lay by the wayside and doing something with him. There's a lot of good that they want to do here. They want more stuff like Joker. Great. They want to do more exciting stuff like Peacemaker and things they're going to do with Batman. This is all great news, and I think by creating this kind of DC Studios essentially is what they should do in the same way, and they're rocking right now. So why not? And now if you get more of the creative and brand strategy, and revitalizing characters like Superman and doing more stuff like Joker, this is a very smart plan, and I think it's good that someone's coming in here with that money. But it is a matter of leadership, right? And it is a matter of finding someone. I still think that Star Wars needs someone inside of the creative to do this, because if you know, they mention that it's always the Feige. And the reason why what Feige has done is because he has creatively put together a plan, and whether or not you find a director that's hot at the moment, you still got to keep the plan in place. And if that person that comes in doesn't necessarily want to go with the plan, then you're like, okay, well, maybe that's just not working out. Whether it's an Edgar Wright, well, he was on first, before that Marvel Studios kind of came about, but it's certainly happened since, whether it's Patty Jenkins or other people too. But either way, very interesting. They're going through this and they're putting the money into it. And I think that DC fans are going to be really happy down the line once you have they're just going to put more effort into it and you're going to get more content. So I'm digging this plan. I like the plan. I'm curious what you guys think. Is this the way to go? Do you think that they should have just stuck with the way that they were doing it and put out kind of standalone movies when they did it? But because of everything that's kind of happening, it's working out. What do you think? I want to know your thoughts. Please let me know. Please also subscribe, hit that notification button, hit the like button, do all of it. Love to get your thoughts. Peace.